Okay, so welcome. This is a special episode. Two of us have just got new helicopters, and so we're all in helicopters today. Let me zoom out. So we've got, oh wow, 4 Huey. Who's in the Huey then?
Honey Badger,
Honey Badger's Huey.
Wix, me, and you. Honey Badger's,
Well, yeah, rotors have gone a bit.
they've gone a bit special.
They've gone a bit uppy.
I've sent you
That's
an
how
image.
That's how he flies, though. That's his
Like
style.
a dainty butterfly.
That's his style.
Where's the K-50?
Right. So, are we all ready for the startup procedure?
Well, first of all, let's just check what weapons
And
everybody
in
wants.
fact, you can talk us around the cockpit if you like, Tilly. Like show us left and up. You know what the different panels do roughly.
Okay, yeah, and let's pretend I'm a Huey expert.
There we are.
So, look at your stick that you've got between your legs.
There it is. Now,
Yep.
shall I touch it?
Yep, make sure you've got a firm grip of that.
Of course.
Now, these instruments are fairly familiar to anybody who's flown analog aircraft. Lots of these are quite similar to your F5 that you were flying the other day. Let's start in the top right-hand corner. That's your altimeter. So it reads a little bit like a clock, where the big and the little hand represent different things. Is it the little hand represents thousands of feet and the big one represents hundreds?
Roger.
I might have got that the wrong way round, but you know. Underneath that, directly underneath that, is the vertical velocity. This is very important for the Huey because it tells you if you're descending too fast when you're coming into land and things like that. It's probably the instrument that I have my eyes on the most out of anything.
Yep.
Directly underneath that, we have a clock, so I'm hoping you can all tell the time.
No.
Okay. Well,
Next.
just guess.
Next.
Sun in the sky, daytime.
There it is.
Yep. Slightly to the right of that is your compass, just a magnetic compass. And if you go to the left of the vertical velocity indicator, you've got your horizontal situation indicator, the HSI.
What does that mean?
So it's another compass, basically, but you have to check that it's dialed in.
So why have we got two compasses?
The magnetic one on the right is just a backup.
Roger.
So you know how you have double instruments just in case one fails? It's that kind of thing. Below the HSI is direction finding equipment. We won't use that. If you reference the ADI, the attitude direction indicator, the one that shows you your pitch and all of that and your roll.
The ball, yeah.
Yeah, the ball. That's fairly standard. You've come across that before. Slightly to the left of that, moving on towards the middle of the console, that's your speed indicator in knots.
Roger.
It indicates from 0 up to 150.
So,
125 is
yeah.
your max speed, though.
What happens if you go faster than that?
You'll get retreating blade stall. So
I
one
understand.
side of the helicopter will have more lift than the other to such an extreme that you'll roll over and be uncontrollable.
Right.
You'll notice when you're coming up to that because the helicopter will tend to move left and it will be very, very obvious that it's happening.
Okay.
Yeah, I had that happen during test flight yesterday.
Yeah. Once you've noticed it happen and crashed once, you'll notice it and never let it happen again.
Roger.
It's one of those things. You'll also notice when flying, you don't tend to get an accurate speed reading until around 30-40 knots because there's just not enough airflow over the pitot tube to give you a speed reading.
Roger.
Left of the speed indicator is the rotor and engine RPM. They want to be in the green, perhaps the yellow zone if you're being cheeky.
Yeah.
Diagonally left low of the RPM gauge, where the RPM needle is pointing towards, that's your radar altitude indicator. So you have a small radar altitude thing underneath the center of the Huey, and that will give you a digital and an analog readout of what your altitude is.
As well as the other altitude.
Yes. So, well, the other altitude is barometric, and this one is radar.
Yeah. Okay.
You can set low and high limits. So if you wanted to stay under 100 feet, you could set that. And if you wanted to have a little ground warning, you could set that up
Roger.
to...
So we'll use that in fogos or bad
Yeah.
condition.
I wouldn't want to be flying this in low visibility though, but you can do it. In the middle, that's all your fuel pressure, oil pressure. Fuel quantity is the one that's directly left of the rotor RPM and engine RPM. And then if you move on to the left side of the cockpit, you can do that by pressing 2 on your keyboard. That will move you to the co-pilot's seat.
Oh my goodness. Hey.
That's That's mostly the same, it's just dual readouts. Some people prefer to fly from the co-pilot seat, because if you look down, you'll notice you have a better view of what's below the helicopter.
Lower bubble.
Yeah. So in the pilot seat, that's covered up by instruments. So some people prefer to fly in the left seat.
Roger.
But it's up to you. Let's press 3 now.
Yep. Oh, hello.
You'll notice.
Gatling gun.
Yep.
Hi, Raven.
I
got something pointed at you. Pointing my big stick at you.
And you'll be shocked to know that by pressing 4, you'll get the one on the other side.
There it is. Greetings.
Okay. So let's do an auto start today because we don't want to get bogged down in the finer points of all of this. So let's do left windows and home.
Stand by. Back in the cockpit. Left windows and home. Bosh. And whoa! Someone's.
Who's firing the minigun?
Me.
Oh, it has to be Wix, doesn't it? I thought that was Raven. Okay, Wix. Very
no,
good.
I'm on the other side. I'll come in. I'll come towards you. I'll taxi towards you.
My fucking auto start's not working. Left windows and home.
Yep.
Do you have to be sitting? Oh yeah, fine.
Okay.
I was pressing the wrong buttons.
There's a couple of things that the auto start won't do for you, so let's go over that. First of all, we can close our doors by pressing right control and C, just because it's going to get noisy. And to close your side doors, it's left alt and then 3 or 4, depending on if it's left or the right door. Just to keep it quiet in the cockpit. I pressed it too many times. Now it's in a cycle of doing it over and over again.
My driver's door won't shut, but I'll just leave it there.
If you have a look down on your center console in between the pilot and the co-pilot, just check that your chaff and flare dispensers are armed. You don't actually have chaff, but you do have flares. So the flare indicator is just left of your left buttock, for reference. And there will be a switch in the middle that's arm and safe. So that needs to be armed to enable your chaff and flare, or just flares. And then there's a little rotary knob underneath where it says flare. If you roll your mouse over that downwards, you can roll it all the way up to 30. That's just a little manual clicker indicator, so every time you press the flare button it will click down once just to let you know how many you've got in the on the aircraft. Slightly left of that countermeasures panel, that's where all of your weapons are. So if you note the very bottom of the panel, there's a switch that's off, safe and armed. That's for your rockets and forward firing miniguns. When it's safe, the green light's on. When it's armed, the red light's on. The switch on the left just picks between the left and right minigun when you've got the forward-facing ones. Slightly above that panel, there's a 2-position switch, although it looks like a 3-position switch. That allows you to go between the front-firing miniguns or the rockets. So for rockets, it needs to be in 2.75. For the front-firing miniguns, it needs to be on 7.62. So let's leave that in 2.75. There's a small rotary knob just to the right of that called Rocket Pair Selector, which allows you to go from 0 up to 7. To fire the rockets, you'll need it on at least 1. That will fire 1 rocket from each pod, and then obviously if you put it on 2, that will fire 2 from each pod, or 3, 4, 5, you get the idea. If you want to dump the whole rocket pod, there's a jettison cover with a red cover. You can lift that up and flick the button. It will drop the entire rocket pod if you need to save weight or something. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Let's go over your controls though. So for your actual controls on the joystick, just check in the axis commands that you've only got 1 axis per thing, because sometimes it likes to give you all of the axes on every single other axis. So check you've got collective, pitch, roll, rudder. Okay. You don't have to put this on your joystick, but you might want to. Under the cheat panel, autopilot, left win and A, maybe have that on your joystick. because that's what turns the autopilot on and off. It's quite a useful one to have
Stand
at
by.
your fingertips. And then you just press that autopilot on and off button. It will keep you in level flight. Moving on to the next thing that you need. Just bear with me while I actually get it on my stick. Press space, and that will take you to the pilot weapon release / machine gun fire. That's your...
Right, ready to take off. What do we do, Tilly?
You've got your controls indicator on, haven't you? It will be a red box up in the top left corner.
I don't have my red box in the top left-hand corner.
So what you need to do is press right control and enter.
Yes, now I do.
Okay. This will show everything that you're doing with the aircraft. Give your stick a quick wiggle.
Whee!
You'll see it. You'll see it move on there.
Roger.
Okay. Same with the rudders. You'll see that on there.
Roger.
Okay. The position for takeoff, you want to pull the stick back and left a little bit so that the edges of the diamond are still touching the corners of the axis.
Copy.
If that makes sense. So around about a fifth back and left.
Roger.
Okay. And for the pedals, around about a third to a quarter facing left.
Roger.
This is approximate. It's going to change every time based on the weight and, you know, all of that, different humidity conditions, but that's roughly where it wants to be.
Roger.
At this point, you can now start increasing the power on the collective until you feel it start to lift off. Then you might need to just correct a tiny bit.
What does the collective do? Is that the
No,
pitch
please
plate
don't
pitch?
shoot me. It was right next to me.
Collective is the power, basically.
Oh,
So collective is instead of your throttle. Think of it that way.
Alright, keep away from me.
Yeah. What that does is increase the pitch of the blades, the angle of attack of the blades in the air.
The helicopter
So
spins
you'll
right. It spins right as soon as I...
Yes, you need to keep left pedal in to counteract that while you're slow. Up to around a half. That's actually-
Shit! Look at that.
Yeah?
Look at that.
Nice. Push it forwards a bit, push the stick forwards. If anybody wants, I can screenshot my controls indicator and send it into the chat so you can see what position I'm in to maintain my hover.
Jesus,
Because
it's never happy. It always needs rudder.
Yeah, that's what it's like. You can, there is an option, but right now, but you can have the rudder trimmable, so you can trim the rudder to stay where where you need it as well, which might be useful for you. Now, let's get you moving. So start moving the stick forwards, and the nose of the helicopter will point downwards, and you'll start to pick up some speed. I'm just going to fly along the length of the runway right now.
Here we go.
Yeah, you'll need to start trimming the stick forwards a little bit, around a quarter forwards.
Yep.
And once we get to around 60 knots, you can stop putting the pedal in because you don't need it. The aerodynamics of the Huey starts taking over.
Roger.
Okay, so
Here
I'm
we
going
go.
to flare a couple of times so you can see which one is me.
Tally. Coming down
Okay.
for you.
Yep.
Right rudder. How do I go lose altitude? I'm going to lose some altitude.
So you use the collective, and that will
Roger.
push you up and down. And then
What's-
you've got to sort of retrim the stick.
What is collective? Is that the RPM or the blade pitch?
That's the blade pitch. I leave my RPM at max all the time. I don't think you'd do that in a real Huey. You'd roll on and off as you're doing things. But the DCS, I leave it on full, so I've always got maximum power. Now I'm flying towards our objective currently. If you'd like to
Yep.
follow me,
And as fast as I dare.
I'm doing around 90 knots. Cruising speed seems to be around 80 to 90. But you can get this up to 120 in level flight. And what I'm going to do is, and I suggest you do this too, is let's press left control and A to make sure that we've got our autopilot in the right one. And once we're settled on our heading,
So I can use my binding, can't I?
yeah.
So press it once and
Yep.
it's done something.
Do you notice on the controls indicator you've now got a white set
Yep.
of controls? Yeah. So that's what the autopilot is doing.
Oh, I'm hands
in
off.
reality,
I'm hands
yeah,
off.
You can be completely hands off. I'm hands off now.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's not actually an autopilot, it's just simulating the co-pilot taking control from you.
Roger.
So I've just flown past the aircraft carrier.
Roger. I'm with you.
Okay.
What about the rest of them? Where are they? Here they are.
they're all in
Hey! Welcome, friends.
Raven, check gear.
Yeah, I know. But I have a bit of an issue with the axis because my afterburner is also included in the normal throttle. So if I want to put 100% collective, then I need to use my afterburner.
You can change the curve. If you go into the axis controls, you can change the curve so that maximum throttle occurs just before the afterburner indent for the helicopter. So you wouldn't need to go over your afterburner indent.
Look at these slags overtaking me.
Just going in F10 to get a view on who's who.
Who's shooting the guns?
Captain,
Oh,
I'm having a play.
don't shoot me.
I'm not shooting you, I'm just having a play.
Testing them out.
How do you aim them? I don't get it. How do you, I mean, I know how to move them, but how do you actually aim them? Is there a crosshair? Oh, it's a sim, I suppose.
You just follow the tracers.
Oh, I like that. No wonder you guys struggle to hit stuff.
Top banter.
Top
now,
banter.
John, should we set these guys up so that they'll automatically fire when they see...
Copy.
Okay, get back into your pilot position.
Roger.
And have you got your little indicator on the side that shows what the gunners are doing, called crew status?
No, I don't.
Press left Windows and H.
Left windows. Roger.
Okay. Now press left Shift and 3 and 4. Oh no, not 3 and 4. Left Control 3 and 4. Sorry.
Both all together as one press.
Oh yeah, sure.
Left Control 3 and then left Control 4.
Copy. Return fire.
Press it again. They'll go on to free fire.
Roger.
So now when they see anything, they're going to light it up. Check that your burst is set to short because there is a bug. So
Copy.
pressing left Shift 3 and 4. Make sure that the burst is set to short.
Copy.
Okay. You've not got front firing miniguns, have you?
Negative.
Okay, so leave the co-pilot. Let's get our rockets set up quickly. Check that your master arm is on. That was on the center console panel right at the back, in the middle.
I struggled to, because I haven't set my zoom in up yet, I can't actually zoom in and have a look. So
Okay.
I can't really use that panel at the moment.
Do you want the keyboard binds for it?
Yes.
Stand by. So press right Shift and
I'll tell you what, it'll take me 2 seconds to set my zoom up. That's probably the easiest thing.
do master arm on, which is on the center console panel, on the left-hand side of it, right at the very back. It's that switch that says off, safe, armed.
Yeah, I got it on.
Yep, okay. Slightly above that, on the panel, there's a little switch which is marked 762, 275 and 40.
Roger.
Right-click it so that it's up in 275. It won't actually go to 40, so you can just right-click it a couple of times.
Roger.
And then make sure that your rocket pairs are set to 1.
Roger.
Press right shift M.
Roger.
No, oh, what is it? Yeah, right shift M and then right control M.
Okay, I've got a bionic eye thing.
Yep, and that's where your rockets are roughly going to go.
Is
So
my
if you're in a safe
is
position,
my autopilot going to lift me up over these mountains?
turn it off. Yeah, it will just keep you flying, even if that includes flying straight and level into a mountain. So just be aware of that.
Okay, so it'd be really nice if I knew how to turn it off. So
The same button.
what's Roger? Okay, I'm back on the stick. Okay. Continue.
Okay, that's pretty much it. You're now ready to fire the rockets. So if you want to give it a go.
Yeah, how do you do that again? Because I can't do that.
Die, motherfuckers.
You need the Ride of the Valkyries for this.
Roger. I see it happening. I see the event happening. I'm coming in.
That should be on video.
Roger. Ah, careful guys, I'm getting hit by your bullets.
Yeah, boy.
Are you glad you got the Huey Wicks?
Wix likes this Huey, I can tell already.
It's lovely.
I'm going to make a left-hand turn at the end of the runway. And get the left minigun in play.
Whoa, there goes my FPS.
Excitement.
Yeah, M60s are a little bit better for that, but I thought, you know, what the hell, let's get the miniguns going.
Right, where your slags gone?
Do you want a couple of flares out?
No. I'm just
I will.
going to turn my rudder.
Can I do my flares?
Yeah.
Acha. Acha. Acha.
Oh, there go the miniguns again. Jesus.
I want some. I will fight you.
Look at that. What are they shooting at?
There's infantry and vehicles down there.
Oh, Nazis.
We're actually taking fire a little bit, but
Ah, we're fine. My
Fire.
dude's not doing it.
is he set to free fire?
Oh my god! Oh, that was
Mine
close. The Captain Treble. I've set it down. I've set it down. Something happened. Alright, boys, get out and push the fucking thing over.
Okay, where are you?
I'll get shot by men. Come and help me.
Where are you?
I don't know.
We will help you.
Something
We'll,
happened.
we'll come and land or Kazovac you.
Roger. Events happened, and it must have been the government.
The government.
Government got in the way again. There's some motherfuckers shooting me, and I don't know where they are. There's men on the runway shooting me. Help me, men. There's Humvees. Cap needs help. Rockets.
Tally, I'm moving in.
Miniguns.
Yeah, make all that dead. Yeah,
you
they
want
come,
that
here they
shit.
come.
Cap, are you recording this?
Roger,
Tillybee's in hot for pickup of Captain Retard.
can you see
I
my
can do
bod?
that as well.
Yeah, I can see.
Roger. I need help, man, I need help.
I'm coming.
Just press those
Oh, nearly
pictures.
vortex ring stated.
I believe that's what I did. I pulled up real sudden, and it just went fucking nuts.
Alright,
I'm here.
Let me in your belly bopper, please. Okay,
Hey kid, get in.
I'm in. Let's go. Push it, punch it.
Here, I'll help you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, look at the stuff you've killed.
I
Woo!
feel like a pro in this.
Ah, yeah. Wix is
There's some kids on the runway. Let's nuke them.
Yeah, no one likes kids. Yeah, die, kids. There's a whole platoon of men there.
We're here to bring freedom and democracy to your
Look
air.
how
exactly
straight
right.
I'm going without autopilot.
I can't.
It's 'cause you're the
my
daddy.
FPS job.
Cap, you spectate.
I'm watching. Brrr, brrr. Boom! No, you didn't. Jesus, everything. These things are so destructive for a tiny little thing.
If you fire it for too long, the minigun goes
Sweet.
and the barrel's heating up. But I'm out of rockets now. Anybody got rockets left?
Oh, that's
Yes,
definite
but I
destruction.
don't know how to arm them up.
I just told press master arm on.
Yeah, I have that.
Rocket switch to so it needs to be on 275.
Wait. Okay, now I think it works.
Yep, and then rocket pair set it to 1, not 0.
We're
Oh, I
taking
did
fire.
do that.
That's slightly to the right of where your other switch
I
was.
see.
Yeah. Okay. Now try.
Wait. No, it doesn't work.
Let me have a look at your aircraft.
Yeah, get some.
Oh, Wix, do you have your co-pilot set to hold?
No, I don't know how to do that.
Left control, left shift to, no, right, left alt 2. Is it?
Left
Which one is it? Hell.
Yeah, it says on hold, co-pilot hold, but
You should be able to fire the rockets then.
wait, maybe I'll have it up wrong a bit.
Sometimes the co-pilot tries to take control because he thinks he's got miniguns. And, if that fails, Wix, press M. That should get rid of the co-pilot's sight, and that might let you fire the rockets. Or try and get your co-pilot killed by flying really low. That's the other thing you could try doing.
Or I can get in the co-pilot.
Can you fire rockets from the co-pilot seat? I've never actually tried, but yeah, you shouldn't be able to.
Yes, you can.
Okay, there you go, Wix. Get in the co-pilot seat. And
Just make sure that the auxiliary side is down.
Alright, the autopilot's on when I control rockets.
Okay.
Maybe...
Right, I'll go and grab a new chopper, and then we'll do an RTB and landing.
Yeah, my chopper's been shot up a little bit. You might be able to get that on video.
Yeah, I thought so.
What do you think of it?
Yeah, it's good, but obviously it's very hard for an old man to fly. There's so many things there.